Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, honored guests. Welcome to this morning's Convocation ceremony as we celebrate graduates of degree and diploma programs in the Faculty of Arts and Science. At this time, I'd like to acknowledge the very talented group of individuals behind me who, under the direction of Assistant Professor Raymond Burree, comprise of the MacEwan University Big Band. Let's give up a big round of applause. My job this morning is just do a couple of housekeeping things before we get into the ceremony today. We will commence our program in just a few moments, and in preparation, I'd like to remind you that the Winspear Center is an acoustically responsive hall. Therefore, we ask if you are carrying electronic devices with you that you take a moment now to turn those off, or at least to set them on a vibrate mode. If you are traveling with small children today and you need to take a break with them, you are able to do so. Just outside the doors in the lobbies on each of the levels, there are a number of monitors that are around that you can continue to watch the ceremony unfold should you need to take a time for your little ones. We have arranged for a photographer to take photos of graduates as they're receiving their parchments today. Information on how to obtain those photos will be shared with graduates at a later date. I'm sure you probably all noticed as you passed through the foyer this morning, there is an alumni photo area, and we certainly, if you've not already done so, encourage you to take the opportunity to make use of that. Take photos of your graduates as well as family photos as you feel is appropriate. If you do wish to take photos of your graduates as they're crossing the stage today, you are certainly welcome to do so. You just need to gather here stage right, my left. Just at the base of the stage there. We ask that you kind of move in there, maybe 10 or so people in advance of when your graduate is expected to cross the stage. When you take your photos, to quickly exit the area and move back to your seats. There will be ushers there to assist you if that is necessary. Well, today is indeed a wonderful and celebratory event as we recognize our graduates for their achievements here at MacEwan University. And of course, the pinnacle of that is receiving the credential to which they have earned. But before we begin our ceremony this morning, the MacEwan University Big Band will perform a final vocal ballad called Memories. This was written by Andrew Reed, a Bachelor of Music alumnus. It was written in 2015 to celebrate the first graduating class of the Bachelor of Music in Jazz and Contemporary Popular Music. It now remains a part of our convocation ceremonies as a lasting legacy. Ladies and gentlemen, the MacEwan University Big Band.
Time that drifted by so fast, all of these moments just so we could say at last, the page has turned and the new chapter has begun. All of our stories that fill up every page, all of our laughter that echoes through each age. This chapter ended, but this book is far from done. There will be days that go on by where we can't help but be reminded of this place we call home, if only for a while. All the people we met, never forget every talk, every hug, every friend, every smile. All of your memories of every smiling face. All of your dreams that have brought you to this place. May they live on forever in your heart. Days that go on by where we can't help but be reminded of this place we brought home, if only for a while. All the people we have met, we will never forget. Every talk, every hug, every friend, every smile. All of your memories of every smiling face. All of your dreams that have brought you to this place. May they live on forever in your heart.
Let's keep it going. One more big round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, the MacEwan University Big Band. Ladies and gentlemen, honored guests, if you are able, I'd ask that you please rise. At this time, I am pleased to introduce this morning's mace bearer, Dr. Ron Maleshko, Associate Professor of Computing Science. Dr. Maleshko, who is leading the stage party, is carrying the university's mace, which was donated to the university in 1997 by its namesake, Dr. Grant MacEwan, and became the official mace in 2008. It is especially meaningful to the university as it was hand-carved by Dr. MacEwan. Further information on the mace and other convocation traditions can be found in your convocation program. The university's faculty this morning will be led by Distinguished Proctor Dr. Gillian Skeffington, Assistant Professor and Department Chair of English in the Faculty of Arts and Science. And finally, as our graduates are processing into the hall this morning, we're very pleased to have with us an Indigenous drumming group, Poundmaker, who will perform an honor song. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing now for our academic processional.
A big thank you to Poundmaker for that very stirring procession. Protocol for Poundmaker was offered earlier today. Good morning, graduates, distinguished guests, members of the stage party, faculty, staff, ladies and gentlemen. My name is David McLaughlin, and I am the Marshal of Convocation. MacEwan University acknowledges that the land on which we gather in Treaty 6 territory is a traditional gathering place for many Indigenous people. We honor and respect the history, languages, ceremonies, and culture of the First Nations, Métis, and Inuit who call this territory home. Please remain standing, and in respect, remove all hats except mortarboards for the singing of our national anthem, led by Mr. David Unsworth. Thank you, Mr. Unsworth. Please be seated. I declare MacEwan University Convocation open. At this academic ceremony, we will honor our 2019 graduates by conferring degrees and recognizing outstanding achievements. We are honored to have you present with us on this occasion. I will introduce members of the stage party. Members of the stage party, please remain standing once you have been called upon. Members of the audience, please hold your applause until everyone has been introduced. There's a few of them to go through. We'll start with President and Vice Chancellor, Dr. Deborah Saucier. Provost and Vice President Academic, Dr. Craig Monk. And General Faculties Council Vice Chair, Raymond Berea. Members of our Board of Governors, Vice Presidents, and Associate Vice Presidents. I now ask Deans and Associate Deans and the remaining members of the University Administration to rise. We have representatives of each of our associations, faculty, staff, alumni, and students. Our Indigenous knowledge keeper, Roxanne Tatusas. Our award recipients, please stand. And our mace bearer, Dr. Ron Maleshko, to stand and be recognized. Will our distinguished proctor, Dr. Gillian Skeffington, along with all staff, faculty and staff of the university, please stand. Ladies and gentlemen, this is MacEwan's Spring 2019 Convocation Stage Party. Please join me in acknowledging them. Thank you, members of the stage party. You may be seated. I now invite Dr. Craig Monk, Provost and Vice President Academic, and Roxanne Tatusis, Indigenous Knowledge Keeper, to the podium. Dr. Monk will recognize and honor the Indigenous Knowledge Keeper, and Roxanne Tatusis will provide the Indigenous invocation.
Morning, Roxanne.
Good morning.
Nice to have you back with us.
Thank you. It's an honor.
It's my honor to offer you protocol for your participation in Convocation.
Wache, danse, asami namstahe. Kakyo, kita tamskat na anista. Nanaskute na sa minute, be mamuapia, kape. Sito skatoa, uititoa, hagameta mahumak manto, tuskeon. Nista gami wapigonits ne hiwigasun, uteots pitgoana pionega mista hemaska hotaski nautse. I always greet you in my first language, which is the Plains Cree language. And I'm so honored to be able to be amongst all of you to congratulate our students here that will be soon crossing the stage to get their degrees, their certificates, and diplomas. I come from the lands of Big Bear and Chief Pondmaker, and one of the statements that always sits with me and helps me remind me of the importance of this work, because my grandpa always said, and what he was saying is, grandchild, always know who you are first as a Plains Cree woman, and you'll never get lost. And I feel really privileged that I can be amongst my colleagues here today and be able to represent my people in the way that I was taught with my traditional regalia. Because I, for myself, never saw myself being up here, let alone leading in an opening prayer for blessings for each and every one of you. So I honor this protocol that's being presented to me to acknowledge each and every one of you who come from near and far to celebrate here with our students. And I ask you to pray with me in the way that's meaningful and purpose to all of you. The shrill that you heard me do this morning is that of it's done in victory, and also to honor the song that was sung for our students to help lift us all up to a place of goodness for all people, because we never think of only of ourselves as Indigenous people. We're always mindful that we lift you up with us. So with that, I'm going to honor this tobacco offered to me, and I invite you to pray with me. Ai hai na mamu tawinan ksemantu. How na musumpanak no kumpanak. How gista te yoganak. Atanista mo ekskemtagok. Asamina mstahe. Then asku te no ma. Keksewatsuin ksagito nego magakyo gawi me kistauta. Kape mamu apia. Kape sitoskoa gogogak. Kitsik na magewak. Kitsik uska kiksna masuak. Eksisuma mamu nisnan. Desagamitenan kita toskeunwa. Hawekta nisnan, minana skip matsu ne miatsik, viatako sewin, papewin, wanaskewen. Eksisuma nisnan utenigan, kweks mona nak hegnukik, wasak, uskayak. Kahkiogik muites kaganitaugitsik, eksisuma nisnan. Gangaisa kaskita desagamentenan kita toskeon wow. Hawekta nisnan, egagi going on skututenan, mui nisnan ne metawea, magekta nisnan, ai hai kahkiogitena, kahkiono akumagan. Again, Creator God, I give thanks to you today for the wonderful gift that we are gifted with another day. We're so grateful again for always your love, your kindness and compassion that bring these beautiful people here together to honor our students that will be graduating. Again, I ask that you open our minds and hearts to the collective learning we need to do in recreating and rebuilding, especially the Indigenous nations that we represent. That we all play a significant role in the work that we do. I'm so grateful again that you bring us here together, and ask you, Mani, open up our minds and hearts for the collective work that we do, so that we can be always mindful of the next 7 generations, that we leave this place better than we entered into it, with these blessings of good health, of protection and guidance. I thank you, and I am always so grateful of all that you create for us, so that we coexist in peace and harmony with one another. These things I say in Creator's name, all my relations. Ai hai.
Thank you, Ms. Detuzis. I will now ask Riley Osachik, our student board member, to read the MacEwan University invocation.
Fan.
Good morning. It's so lovely to be here with you all. Thank you. Through learning, we flourish and help others to flourish. We stand here today on the brink of important change for ourselves and for the world. Inspired by the past, we now step forward to transform the future. Engaging with others, we cherish the diversity of experience within our communities and ourselves. Through perseverance, we excel. Through compassion, we connect. Through creativity, we thrive. And through knowledge, we grow. Through all this and more, let us forge a legacy to nurture, to inspire, and to endure. Moved by this spirit, strong in our knowledge, we move out into the world with open arms, an open mind, and an open heart. We pledge to leave the world better than we found it. Thank you.
Thank you for the invocation, Riley. MacEwan University's President and Vice Chancellor, Dr. Deborah Saucier, will now address Convocation.
Good morning. Before I start, I just want to express a special affection to my home faculty. Thank you all. How many of you will be going on a trip to celebrate your achievements of today? Perhaps you're traveling to Europe, Thailand, or somewhere even more exotic. And while you're there, you'll undoubtedly visit some of the historical treasures of the world, places like Angkor Wat, the Parthenon, Stonehenge, all monuments that record the aspirations of a people specific to a time and a place. But these are also proof that civilizations come and go. Civilizations of immense complexity who are capable not only of great feats of engineering, but who are able to amass great resources to leave their mark on the world. But gone they are, to be replaced by others. Why am I bringing this up now? I'm doing this to ask you to think about the civilization that we live in today, and whether or not what we value will persist, or if it will be replaced, and graduates of the future will marvel over things like the CN Tower. Look how smart they were, given the tools they had. Or if they will visit places like our parliament buildings and wonder why we ever thought democracy was a thing. Because I think, despite the polarized times we live in, and we do live in polarized times, that democracy is a thing, and is a thing to guard closely. Polarization is nothing new. We've been taking sides on issues forever. Black, white, cats, dogs, sciences, humanities. In thinking about these polarized positions, though, I'll detour to 1959, when a physicist, chemist, and novelist named C.P. Snow delivered a lecture at Cambridge about this polarization. Although he was focused on the divide between the sciences and the humanities, much of what he observed, I believe, remains true now. He remarked that the divide between the humanists and the scientists was so wide that although both groups were made up of highly educated people, that they were unable to understand the basics of what each other held to be true. That, he remarked, was a source of considerable concern and the source of many problems in so-called modern culture. And in the 60 years that have passed since that lecture, we have made remarkable scientific progress. Many of the things we take for granted, the ability to, say, text from my watch, or rely on this progress. Many great works of literature and art have emerged, particularly by authors and artists who would have been silent in the 50s. But beyond these remarkable achievements, what really has changed since then? I'd argue that a quick review of your Twitter feed or whatever social media you consume would demonstrate that beyond cat videos, which are awesome, that we've entered a new phase of polarization. Left, lefter, right, righter. And even less conversation is occurring now, particularly among those who hold different points of view. And more troubling to me is the rising public distaste for opinions that are based on education and/or the types of knowledge that you went to university to obtain and receive credentials for here today. I wonder if this anti-expert sentiment is the consequence of the two solitudes described by Snow in 1959. That is, if we can't speak to each other or understand each other, how can we work to solve the big issues of our times? Which leads me to my second, and in my opinion, the most important point of my lecture today. Your education has taught you to think critically about ideas of all sorts. You can listen to and discuss ideas of all sorts because your education has been sufficiently broad and inclusive. Cross the divides and consider other viewpoints. So take time to listen to others, especially those who have ideas that challenge you or make you uncomfortable or squishy, and start the conversation about why you disagree and why an idea makes you uncomfortable. And in turn, expect more of the person on the other side. Make sure that they in turn listen to you and your views. This is at the heart of democracy and how it works. Ideas are exchanged, they are debated, and if there is enough support, they are adopted into practice. The loudest person doesn't naturally win. So, if you remember one thing from today, I would ask that you be careful not to be distracted by those loud and angry voices. Don't take your eye off the ball. We have real problems. Climate change, it is real. And other problems that are emerging, globalization, artificial intelligence, food security. Science can help solve some of these issues, and trust me, I have some affection for the methodology being a scientist. However, we need all our voices to solve these issues. Use what you have learned at MacEwan to do good in the world. You are our best hope, graduates, and looking out at you all today, I know that education will remain your best tool for promoting what our civilization believes important, including outrageous ideas like democracy. And one last thing, vote. Please vote. Canada is waiting for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Saucier. Words that resonate in our time. I now ask alumnus Justin Yasub to present the Distinguished Alumni Award.
Good morning. Alumni are university's greatest legacy, and each year, MacEwan recognizes outstanding contribution and achievement of its graduates through the Distinguished Alumni Award. Established in 1986, this award represents the highest form of recognition our university bestows on alumni. With this in mind, it is my pleasure to introduce this year's recipient of the Distinguished Alumni Award, Dr. James Mikokis. You're popular. I don't even have to say anything about him. Dr. James Mikokis is a Nehi Yo Plains Cree two-spirited physician from Saddle Lake Cree Nation who practices general medicine in Kihiwin Cree Nation and a more specialized clinic in Edmonton where he focuses on providing medical, hormonal transitioning for transgendered people. His passion drives him to elevate the Nehiyo health system, which includes the use of Cree medicines and preventative intervention during the Cree 7 stages of life, while simultaneously working to eliminate systematic racism and discrimination in the healthcare system and beyond. James has served as chairperson for the inaugural Indigenous Wisdom Council of Alberta Health Services and is currently a board member of the YKBNS Bryce Institute of Indigenous Health at the University of Toronto and Indigenous Advisory Council of MacEwan University. He is a recipient of the National Aboriginal Achievement Award and the Queen's Diamond Jubilee Medal. Congratulations, James.
Thank you so much. I wanted to start out by just doing some acknowledgements. Nanaskamau kisemantu nushka gisaga kapite chigin. Nanaskamau ngamona for singing for us today. And I don't know the word for president in Cree, but Ogamau, that's what we would say for our leader, President Chastier, as well as the chairperson, we say Tetapu for chair. So Tetapu Ainu, chairperson, the deans, all of the faculty, and the people who nominated me to be here. Thank you so much. It's such an honor to be speaking to you graduates today. 20 years ago, I started at MacEwan as a 17-year-old person who moved away from my reserve to come to Edmonton because of issues of homophobia in rural Alberta. And I think that times have changed significantly today, which is so exciting to see the diversity and acceptance and openness that we have within this nation and within this city. My parents are here. I wanted to acknowledge them as well as my husband. And when I came to MacEwan, I was 17, and so not able to go out to the clubs, but I was smart enough because in my work experience in grade 12 at Harry Ainley, I worked at a school and they had a typewriter, so I was able to make a fake ID. Sorry, Mom. But I wanted to share with you a story about our family and how that ties into MacEwan. So many of you are quite young, and MacEwan used to look significantly different when I went to school there from 1999 to 2001. At that point, there was still the rat hole, which went underneath now the 109th Street and 110th Street building, which was a tunnel, and over top of that used to be the CN Railroad, which is where MacEwan University is based on, part of Treaty 6. Back to the story. So it's important for us to remember stories. Achimo, we say to our young children as they're learning to talk, and we're there to listen to what messages that they have for us. And many of you have those stories as you've gone through your university education with your friends and your family and your faculty and all those people that have supported you to be here. In the 1970s, people from my reserve, Onichikiskoponik, the Saddle Lake Cree Nation, gathered together because my grandmother, Alice Makokis, was working at the Indian Affairs Office at that time. And she overheard some conversations from the town and the local leaders that they were going to sell the residential school, Blue Quills First Nations University, to the local town for $1. And she saw that as an opportunity for us, as Nehiuak, people of the Four Directions, or Aisinuak, the original human beings of this continent, to take over our own education and to educate our people in our own Nehio Mamtane Tamuin, our Cree thought, Nehio Wiasueuna, Cree laws, Nehio Kiskanahamaagewin, Cree education. Because for so long, we did not have the opportunity because we were apprehended and forced to go to residential schools. And so she took that knowledge back to our community and rallied our people together. And there were some people who had the belief, Itapu Keitaman, the belief, and some people who didn't have the belief that we could do that. And they brought those people together and took over that school from the priests and the nuns, and they said, we can do better. We will do better. And at that time, The Prime Minister of Canada was Pierre Elliott Trudeau, so the father of the current Prime Minister of Canada. And the Indian Affairs Minister was Jean Chrétien, a former Prime Minister of Canada. And what they told our people who said, "We will do better," is, "No, you won't." That caused our people to gather together even stronger and go to Ottawa as a collective and say, "We are going to do this for ourselves." The response from the Prime Minister and the Indian Affairs Minister was that we will give you 1 year to fail. Well, that was over 40 years ago, and Blue Coast First Nations College is now a university that grants degrees and diplomas. And for the recognition of that work, Nuhkum, Alice Makokis, my grandmother, was granted an honorary social work diploma in the 1980s, probably when I was about 5 years old. Those used to hang underneath the stairs of the 108th Street building, right beside the convenience store, where there's now a Starbucks that never used to be there. I'm so jealous of you all. Could have used that. And I used to walk along that hallway going to the organic chemistry lab. I don't know if there's any of my faculty professors that taught me organic chemistry, but a few times I thought I was gonna blow up that lab. So if that happened to you, you can still get into medicine. You don't need beakers and potions and things like that. So don't give up. But what that story tells me is the history that's important for us to maintain within our own families and within our own lives that each one of you have. Each one of you have stories about how you came to be here today, which is such a blessing to have a post-secondary education and something that very few people in the world get to experience that. So with that comes a responsibility to make our world a better place and to learn critical thinking skills, which hopefully you've been able to do over the previous time that you've been here. It's important for us to recognize Kitsias, which is treaty. Treaty allows all of us to be here together, working here together in a good way. And that was extended from our ancestors to the newcomers of this land. And what is really recognized in that is in the Treaty of Niagara with the two-row wampum. We say, Kisemantu Nipagwatehun, Creator's Belt, that represents Indigenous and non-Indigenous people living and working side by side and not interfering with each other, but living here in peace and harmony. And that was the vision for Turtle Island. And so I'd invite you to think about that. How do you live treaty in your life? How do you make better relations in this continent that we are here to share together in all of the wealth, in all of the beauty, in all of the friendship that we make here with one another? I think that's an important thing for us to reflect on. As part of that, our elders tell us as part of Treaty 6, so that lands that were reserved for the railway, which was part of MacEwan University, because MacEwan used to be on CN Railway, was to go back to Indigenous people after they were decommissioned. So as a university community, how can the treaty promise to that be lived up to? So other critical things to reflect on. And so there are many things that we have not learned about in the true history of this country. It's been from one side for very long. And I would invite you to learn about the other side of our treaty agreement, learn from one another, because when we do that, when we work together, there are so many things that are positive that could happen. I'd like to end with a few words. As you are embarking on the next phase of your life, whether that's taking a year off, or whether that's more school, professional school, or getting into the work field, there are going to be some challenges that come your way. So I'd invite you to be courageous. I'd invite you to be brave, and don't allow anyone to ever walk over you, walk all over you, because you're very beautiful. You look amazing. I'm so honored to be standing here in front of you. And I think those are some of the lessons that our people shared when they took over that residential school in the 70s. Even if it means standing up to the highest office of this land. So, thank you, congratulations. I am so excited for you, and I look forward to seeing all of the amazing things that you're going to accomplish. As a side note, my husband and I are going to be on the Amazing Race Canada starting July 2nd. Thank you. Our team name is Team Agamemuk, and that's the message that I wanted to leave with you today. When our elders say that things are difficult and they're trying and you want to give up because getting up for 8 o'clock lab sucks in the morning when you've been out going to Towers Pub till 2 in the morning, Agamemuk, keep going, don't give up, and cheer for us on July 2nd. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Makokis. I now ask Provost and Vice President Academic, Dr. Craig Monk, to please present the Faculty Awards.
Good morning again. Never follow the distinguished alumni speech. That would be my piece of advice for this morning. Our colleagues at MacEwan University teach a lot. Just ask them. I say that with a tremendous sense of pride because when you look across the country, the commitment to teaching at post-secondary institutions, there is no greater commitment than there is at MacEwan University. And I'm tremendously proud of that and tremendously proud of our colleagues. I begin by saying that simply to underline that the Distinguished Teaching Award at MacEwan University, I believe, is more important than similar awards at similar institutions. And so it's my great honor to recognize 4 of our colleagues this morning. The other thing that you should know about this award before we bestow them is that the key to receiving a Distinguished Teaching Award at MacEwan University is the support of the students themselves. So I may recognize and admire my colleagues, and I do, but to be recognized in the way that we're about to recognize these colleagues, it really does require the support of those students sitting with us today and students across campus. So with that, I'd like to ask Professor Jacqueline Baker to join me on stage. Jacqueline Baker joined the English department at MacEwan University in 2013 as a specialist in creative writing. I have spent the past 30 years in English departments. It's kind of scary to read that. And I have never had the pleasure of working with a more talented novelist. Like all of our honorees this morning, Professor Baker has achieved remarkable things with her students, but it's worth noting how significant is the effective teaching of writing. I have known great teachers, and I have known great writers. To bring together those two talents is a rare achievement. Professor Baker remains a mentor to writers of many different levels of accomplishment, on campus and off, and her singular efforts have helped make our institution a destination for the study of how to write. It is my distinct pleasure to bestow on Jacqueline Baker a MacEwan University Distinguished Teaching Award. Could I ask Dr. Jan Bika to join me on stage? I can't believe they let me sign these things when I look at them. It's remarkable. What can I say about Dr. Jan Bika from the Department of Math and Stats, who has become synonymous with the instruction of mathematics at MacEwan University over the past 2 decades? Dr. Bika is known for his aptitude in teaching a variety of specialties throughout all 4 years of undergraduate study. He has worked tirelessly to share topics of research interest beyond the classroom, and his impact with students through introductory and remedial instruction is exemplary. In summarizing the many, many positive things students have said about Dr. Bika's teaching, one member of the selection committee said simply that his students complete their work and demonstrate an unusually high commitment to their interest in math. High praise. It is my distinct pleasure to bestow on Dr. Jan Bika, a man whose life story commands my deepest respect, a MacEwan University Distinguished Teaching Award. Getting into the flow of it, and I'm halfway done. I asked Dr. Susan Mills to join me on stage. Dr. Susan Mills from the Department of Humanities is a scholar of philosophy with an interest in early modern philosophy, particularly issues of life, health, and teleology in the history of that discipline. That's just a fancy way of saying she's smarter than the rest of us. Dr. Mills has distinguished herself through engaging students in research, bridging their interest in the classroom with those outside of it. Students have called her a shining example of MacEwan's reputation for first-rate teaching and teacher-student interaction. Sounds about right. The reason I decided to become a philosophy major, it's pretty good, but most critically perhaps, an excellent guide for studying dense works. It is my distinct pleasure to bestow on Dr. Susan Mills a MacEwan University Distinguished Teaching Award. And only because of alphabetical order, could I now ask Dr. Rodney Schmaltz to join me on stage. So, Dr. Rodney Schmaltz, known widely for his interest in debunking pseudoscientific thinking, brings his students on a journey to discover why people believe in ghosts, aliens, and psychic powers. His charismatic, is that the right way? His charismatic work in the classroom has allowed him to delve more deeply into the study of teaching itself. And his broad interests have helped expand the curricular offerings of the Department of Psychology, the unit which, of course, he calls home. His work means that he is in demand as a guest lecturer and a guest speaker in the classrooms of others across MacEwan and beyond campus. One of the compelling pieces of evidence for our selection committee was a letter from a teacher in a local school who said that Dr. Schmaltz's visits bring back to class all the truants who usually skip. Now that's public service. It is my distinct pleasure to bestow on Dr. Rodney Schmaltz a MacEwan University Distinguished Teaching Award.
Thank you, Dr. Monk, and congratulations to my good colleagues, Ms. Baker, Dr. Bika, Dr. Mills, and Dr. Schmaltz. It says I should ask Dr. Monk to stay at the podium, but I believe he has.
You couldn't get me away from it if you tried.
No rest. I would also invite General Faculties Council Vice Chair Raymond Buree to the podium for the presentation of the graduands and conferring of credentials.
Graduands, if you are able, please rise. On behalf of the faculties and schools of MacEwan University, I present these graduands and those named in the Convocation program who are not at this ceremony. I ask that they be pledged and admitted to the MacEwan University degrees which they have earned.
I will ask you now to join in the MacEwan University Graduate Pledge. The pledge is not an oath, but an expression of purpose to which you will respond, I will. Will you pledge yourself to use the knowledge, experience, and skills you have gained at MacEwan University to serve your community and the world faithfully?
I will.
Okay, that's the best so far. Yeah. I don't know how to go for speed. By the virtue of the authority vested in me by the province of Alberta, and upon the recommendation of MacEwan University Academic Governance Council, I admit you to the degree to which you are entitled and invest you to all the rights and privileges and powers and responsibilities pertaining to that credential. Now I bestow upon you this credential as a solemn trust to transform, engage, and improve the world from this day forth, to teach and to learn from others so that through your learning, we all may flourish. Thank you. You may be seated.
Thank you, Dr. Monk and Mr. Buree. So our marshals will now usher the graduates to the stage. I would ask the graduates to return to their seats after receiving their credentials. Offering congratulations to each graduate are the President and Vice Chancellor, Dr. Deborah Saucier, sporting some fabulous footwear, GFC Vice Chair Raymond Buree, Provost and Vice President Academic, Dr. Craig Monk, and the Faculty's Associate Dean, Dr. Robert Wisnara. Off stage to your right is MacEwan University's alumnus, Justin Yasu, who will present each graduate with a gift on behalf of the MacEwan University alumni. The graduates will be led by the student award recipients. MacEwan University Big Band will perform a musical selection for your listening pleasure as the graduates are being assembled.
Just friends, lovers no more. Just friends, but not like before. To think of what we've been and not to kiss again seems like pretending it isn't the ending. Two friends drifting apart. Two friends, but one broken heart. We laugh, we love, we cry. Suddenly love died, the story ends. We're just friends. Just friends, lovers no more. Just friends, but not like before. To think of what we've been and not to kiss again seems like pretending that it isn't the ending. Two friends drifting apart. Two friends, but one broken heart. We laugh, we love, we cry. Suddenly love died, the story ends. We're just friends. we're just friends.
Another big hand for the big band. I now invite President and Vice Chancellor Dr. Deborah Saucier to come to the podium one more time.
Thank you. Wow. So one of the things that I get to do is present the President's Medal. I would invite Ria to the stage, please. The President's Medal is not just an academic award, but it is an award for individuals who exemplify what it means to be a MacEwan student. Ria, in her activities both in and out of the classroom, was unanimously chosen to do so. May I ask everyone to congratulate Ria right now? Thank you.
Drop liver. Thank you, Dr. Saucier, and congratulations, Ria. I now invite Dr. Robert Wisnor, the Associate Dean for the Faculty of Arts and Science, to come to the podium. Come to this one.
First, I want to acknowledge my colleagues here who've come out in such great numbers, not simply to give you hat envy, but to honor you. Within each faculty and school at MacEwan University, we recognize students whose academic efforts have propelled them to the top of their class. The Dean's Medals are the highest academic honors that may be granted by a faculty and recognize the exemplary success of individual students within their area of study. One award may be granted in a certificate or diploma program and one award in a degree program. This year's Dean's Medal for Academic Excellence in a degree program for the Faculty of Arts and Science is awarded to Svetlana Berkovich, a graduate of the Bachelor of Arts program. I need to take off my glasses here, sorry. Svetlana Berkovich embodies the ideals of MacEwan: curiosity, ongoing learning, and service to others. She first came to MacEwan quite a number of years ago for a program called Teacher Assistant Studies. She received that certificate with distinction with 13 A's and 2 A minuses. We'll call that her warm-up period. 10 years later, Svetlana was hungry for more learning and started to take a few courses here and there through Open Studies. In these courses, she received her typical A's or A pluses, but that still apparently wasn't enough for Svetlana. She decided she wanted the depth of a degree. She enrolled in the Bachelor of Arts in 2013, eventually majoring in psychology. In that degree, she had a perfect 4.0 GPA with 23 A pluses. She has received A plus from colleagues whom I am convinced didn't know before they met Svetlana that such a grade existed. Or at least they never thought they would be the ones to hand out that grade. The range of outstanding performance is quite frankly shocking. Statistics, A+, world literature, A+, linguistics, A+, biology, A+, sociology, A's and A+, classics, an A, anthropology, A's and A+. You get the picture. But that is the small part of the story. Svetlana came to Canada as an immigrant fleeing from war. She learned English as an adult and acquired her degree while being a caregiver for an infirm family member, and that is why she's not here today. Instructors describe her as highly motivated, intrinsically interested in her academic studies, and Svetlana's integrity and her commitment to learning and doing her best, no matter the circumstances, impressed me. Svetlana is that rare combination, a person with a passion for learning, incredible compassion, amazing integrity, profound decency, and startling perseverance. She is more than simply a model student or a high achiever or a person who has effectively utilized her abilities. She has shown perseverance and virtue in the face of obstacles that would have, quite frankly, overwhelmed me. And that is why Svetlana Berkovic is this year's Dean's Medal winner. Thank you. And I now present to you the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Arts and Science.
And now, presenting graduates receiving the Bachelor of Arts. Lindsay Dawn Adams. Kelly Jo Aldworth. Haweya Ahmed Ali. Akram Altaba. Brittany Ann Angus Cook. Kayla J. Armstrong. Cheryl Leanne Arnston with distinction.
Katrina Nicole Augustin. Kaylee Avaduti. Yusuf Bakare. Danny Alexander Batraki. Yvonne Marie Beatty. Nicole Cecile Baudouin. Shannon Ray Kingsley Bellamy with distinction. Rhea Lynn Berezanski. Salam Bayene.
Brandon Biasini. Olivia Rose Bilston. Evan James Binder. Anna Jade Bouchard. Melanie Clara Bradley. Morgan F. Browson. Delphine Dorothy Brown with distinction. Emily Ellen Brown. Oluwatobi Bernice Carew.
Jason O. Wan Chan. Taylor Lee Croft. Nicholas Stephen Cusack. Rachel Lauren Dean with distinction. Eileen Eleanor Demchuk. Ian Patrick Derbyshire. Selassie Kobla Dra. Davina Ruth Eisenstadt. Zachary Kenneth Engel. Erica Jane Estrada.
Liam David Fairbrother. Christine Alana Ferrin. Zachary Alexander Fisher. Brittany Kirsten Fisher. Samantha Simone Fournier. Neil George Franchuk. Kelsey Lee Friesen. Samantha Gail Maranga Gallopay. Fan Gao. William Alexander Giroux.
Amber Lee Glatt. James Francisco Gonzalez. Destiny Summer Gorman. Sharon Joan Bond Hart. Najwa Hajar. Megan Irene Hamill with distinction. Mary Olga Ida Hanna. Faranas Alauddin Hassan Ali. Jonan Clinton Hatt.
Helen Edith Enriquez. Stephanie Letitia Henry. Lorna Laurie Hercules. Alexa Christine Hewson. Joseph Patrick Hodgson. Emma Isabella Howlett. Jacob Joel Hudson. Aileen Bauwensum Illich. Jocelyn Marie Irvin.
Christopher William Jansen. Bushra Mohammed Jaweed. Jessica Jellis. Caitlin Grace Johnson. Melanie John. Atina Louise Keeler. Amy Christine Kemp with distinction. Baraya Ralph Kawaja. Andrew William Kanasevich. Victoria Jade Kirchenberger. Regan Marie Komistek. Gabrielle Marie Tovtunenko.
Jessie Marie Kacharski. Emmett Rory Lakeman. Ekta Laka. Caitlin Marie Karen Lima. Darby Alexa Lind. Patrick Stephen Little. Emily Alda Lobo, with distinction. Rebecca Jean Lovett. Dylan James McDougall. Marin Maddy.
Gianna Marie Esperanza Marin. Alexa Robin McDonald. Haley Linda McFall. Cheyenne Miko Ihu. Jared Neil Million. Dulu Abraham Modi. Brennan Riley Molzan with distinction. Latasha Bree Monahan. Mark Ross Moody.
Tennille Kiana Mold. Kenneth Corey Muir. Curtis Mullet. Brooke Alyssa Munsterman. Deliso William Wanza. Letitia Fua Miles. Emanuela Ngoy.
Jonathan Nguyen. Michael Nan Nguyen. Kelly Mary O'Hallahan. Kaylee Paige Peckford with distinction. Melissa Perkins. Cody Tim Hurlick. Jamie Therese Perot. Chantal Renee Yap. Lindsay Ray Hinder with distinction. Carly Suzanne Privé. Antonio Rados with distinction. Gabrielle Marie Dorothy Raymond with distinction.
Aaron Peter Lowen Rebus. Alexandra Caitlin Reeser. Savannah Courtney Janelle Ribeiro. Caitlin Hutton Richardson. Caitlin Nicole Ritchie with distinction. Shima Aisha Robinson. Megan Christine Russ. Jasna Simone Salazar. Danielle Lauren Schmidt.
Grace Sarone Schmulen with distinction. Cassie Lynn Scrimbin. Kelsey Paulina Sembalak with distinction. Amita Angela Sharma. Hayden Matthew Sinclair. Mackenzie Tyler Smith with distinction. Peter Sroka. Danielle Tara Lisa Stanky. Brianne Marie Stephen. Eric Robert Jacob Stewart.
Kimberly Minda Stewart. Ashley Michelle Storty. Taylor Ruth Switzer with distinction. Jeffrey Wayne Cito. Brianna Melissa Tate with distinction. Jasmine Takar. Zachary Thacker. Isra Omar Threya. Adoha Karen Ufere.
Dustin Francis Antonio Van Boxtel with distinction. Sean Waddingham with distinction. Kayla Marianne Wagner with distinction. Rebecca Alexandra Way. Kayla Sky Weber. Sasha Ixie Whitehead. Tyler Justin Weil. Courtney Ashley Yates. Roxanne Alin Yost.
David Matthew Zebak. And lastly, Alana Christine Zinger. And now presenting graduates receiving the Bachelor of Science. Alexander Hakulan Acosta. Elizabeth Ogbe-Fwaman Agbator.
Brett Alexander Henderson. Adele Mary Andrews. Talia Archer. Osama Ashur. Jasmine Kaur Bajwa. Navdeep Singh Bas. Natasha Christine Beck. Montana Larry Edward Ewell Babinski with distinction. Daniel Lewis Bodell. Abigail Rachel Wasson.
Daniel Joseph Brunel. Aidan Dean Bush. Chantel Kane. Jonathan Cyril Canning. David Cowell. Chanel Hope Castro. Priyanka Shahal. Alvin Akshay Chand. John Alexander Chuby.
Isabel Yi-Ling Chang. Riley Aaron Lever. Amanda Colleen Coyle with distinction. Alana Megan Craig. Matthew Reese Brainerd. Matthew Sia Day. David Scott Danforth. Camille Singh Amija. Patrick Dobosh.
Stephen Corbett Doyle. Caitlin Helene Dryden. Megan Victoria Duff. Erin Evelyn Duffett. Connor Roel Dykstra. Chelsea Marie Eels. Leif Tjorbjorn M. Eliasson. Sarah Ashley Exelby. Jelena Louise Fleet.
Danielle Elise Gagne. Sean Gagnon. Raylan May Galant. Maria del Valle Garcia. Stephen Ronald Getien. Erin Lynn Gadoff. Johannes Duncan Gabelhaus with distinction. Sabrina Marguerite Girard with distinction.
Dawn Dor Goldrich. Tristan Edward Dane Gray. Brandon Michael Galevich Hole. Justin Christopher Hack. Tanner Ryan Hale with distinction. Ryan Hancock. Amanda Hasanovich.
Jordan Michael Huco. Taylor James Hill. Olivier Houle. Mustafa Januwala. David Allen J. Lucas Michael Jenks. Taylor Mackenzie Jensen. Chad Jodry. Lauren Azara Hamam.
Jamie Lynn Kimberly Kazakowicz. Courtney Amber Klein. Anna Kolos. Sheldon Coulter. Asana Eva Kucher. Anusha Anwar Lelani. Neil Lorente. Brandy Mary Linkovich. Samantha Dawn Loughran.
Wei Hao Lu. Miguel Rodrigo Macaré. Alexander D. Mackey with distinction. Rachel Nicole Mackey. Skylar Lee McQuaig. Kayla Brittany McNichol. Angela Andrea Menjivar. Morgan Mamburkat.
Lydia Gumenyaya Montoya. John Thomas Mulvaney Robin. Tawia Ale Ninepence. Ifat Tamana Nito.
Elizabeth Martha Jane No. Cameron Wade Nordstrom with distinction. Zachary Joseph Osolinski. Poonam Kaur Panu. Jasmine Alexandra Pinto Coy. Brian Alberto Polanco Gonzalez. Nikayla Rose Pratula. Jamie Ryan Rachewski.
Alia Laura Ralph. Mark Allen Reed. Sean Rieger. Nicole Stephanie Reimer. Julia Restituto. Imad Nasir Rizvi. Julia Ann Robertson with distinction. Carol Suzanne Robillard. Kate Nicole Rosendahl with distinction.
Calvin Sean Schlosser. Juan Pablo Serrano Martinez. Arjun Sharma. Jonah Mark Siegel. John Terrence Simmons. Bailey Rose Summer. Esmira Abigail St. Louis. Jenna Madison Stumber. Robert Michael Sullivan.
Christopher Albin Sitch. Ivy Yoon Yi Tam. Rebecca Raylyn Thiessen. William Dong Tran. Mitchell Varley. Jesse James Webb with distinction. Caitlin Amanda Weisgerber. Michelle Rose Wallach.
Arlene Erning Wang. Niamer Yo. Terry Daniel Youngman with distinction. Nancy C. Man Yu. Natalia Marie Zdrodowski with distinction. Lastly,
Congratulations to all our award winners. And to all the graduating class of 2019. I now ask Justin Yasub, Alumni Representative, to provide a welcome to you, our newest members of the MacEwan University Alumni family.
Hello again. On behalf of MacEwan Alumni, I am honored to be among the first to congratulate you on your incredible achievement and to welcome you to the Alumni family. What does that mean? What does it mean to be a MacEwan alumni? It means you're in good company. My company? There are over 60,000 MacEwan alumni working hard to make a difference in their professions and their communities here in Edmonton and around the world. It means you have a built-in cheering section that you can count on to support and encourage you as you pursue your career or further studies. But we cannot support you or cheer you on if we don't know what you're up to or what you're doing. So get in touch with the Alumni office now and again. Share what you're up to because we want to continue to be part of your journey. Being MacEwan alumni also means you have the opportunity to play a role in the future of this university and its students. We encourage you to stay involved, to weigh in on big decisions and the strategic direction of the institution. You've been here, so you know what makes this place super special and where we can improve. We want you to share your insight with us. We also encourage you to reach out to other students that follow in your footsteps. Mentor them, share your wisdom, invite them into your network, support their education by continuing to support scholarships or by contributing to scholarships, and use your experience to help them succeed. It's the best way to keep our community strong and connected. You can start by visiting the alumni booth, which is outside after the ceremony. I'll be there to shake your hand again and to learn how you can pass your advice on to the next class and how you can get one of these really cool keepsake silver tassels by supporting the Alumni Legacy Fund. So congratulations, class of 2019. We're thrilled to have you as part of our alumni community. Thank you.
Thank you, Justin. A lot goes into making a convocation happen. It gives me great pleasure to be able to thank the many volunteers that have worked so hard to make this convocation a success. So we're nearing the end of convocation, and I have a request of the audience. Please remain standing as the stage party exits, then followed by today's graduates. We ask that the audience members wait until the graduates have exited the hall before leaving. Thank you. I now ask Dr. Craig Monk, Provost and Vice President at Academic, to close convocation.
This is my 45th MacEwan Convocation ceremony. I am thrilled to make it to the first podium, the number one microphone here. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. This brings us to the closing moments of our ceremony, after which graduates and their families are invited to join us for refreshments in the foyer. The faculty members like those cookies, so please don't be shy. Before you leave, I want to remind you that even though this marks the end of your academic program at MacEwan, it's only the beginning of your educational journey. As you go out into the world, I encourage you to keep an open mind and an open heart toward learning new things, and look always for opportunities to learn wherever you go. Learning is one of the greatest joys life has to offer, and I hope you always value it. Of course, learning is never done in isolation. It's the people around us who encourage us, challenge us, and motivate us as we continue to grow. So, at this time, I'd like to invite all graduates to express their appreciation to the people who have supported them throughout their educational journey. Would the faculty members please rise and stay standing? Graduates, a round of applause, please. Would the family and friends of our graduates please rise and stay standing? Graduates, A round of applause, please. And now, in turn, finally, I'd like to invite our audience, faculty, and staff to join me in congratulating our graduates of 2019. Graduates, would you stand, please, and stay standing? People really do take instruction from microphone number one. I kind of like this. Congratulations to all of you, and thank you for being here with us today. And now, the happiest 5 words in any convocation ceremony. I officially declare convocation closed.